From our studios at Santa Anita Racetrack in Arcadia, California, I am Jeff Siegel, presenting the FirstBet.com Kentucky Derby preview as we look ahead to the Run for the Roses on Saturday at Churchill Downs, as I bring in my partner, Eddie Olczyk, who is in the bubble up in Canada, in Edmonton for the NHL playoffs. And Eddie, you can do both. You can cover the hockey and you can also cover the Derby. So tell me what you think. Is this horse unbeatable? Can we make any money on Saturday?
Yeah, well, Jeff, it's great to be with you. And yes, it is all about pucks and ponies this weekend for me. And the last time I checked, roses are still red as far as the first Saturday in September. But look, Tis the Law certainly is is the horse to beat. 3 to 5, I think, might be a gift, Jeff. When you look at the departure of Art Collector, who was going to be my pick, full disclosure, but 3 to 5 might be a gift. I think he's probably going to go off more like 2 to 5. But I find this really interesting, the way this race has ended up being drawn. You see the horses to the first 9 on the inside, and then you get to the outside. I mean, look at the horses on the outside, Jeff. You have New York Traffic at 15, Honor AP at 16, the favorite Tis the Law 17, and maybe the fastest horse in the race with Authentic and Johnny V. Bob Baffert's going to have this horse well lathered up and probably going to get to the lead. So I'm going to be interested for the first 200 or 300 yards of this race, Jeff, to see, kind of how it all plays out. What does Manny Franco do, the jockey of Tis the Law? How does he, play this race out of the gate? And I think there's a little bit more speed in this race than maybe some people are leading on. A horse like King Guillermo has been training extremely well. Now, he did miss some training time. It'll be interesting to see if he does actually make it into the gate. But there's another horse that has some speed to the inside. But to me, the key of the race is, I think, the first couple hundred yards. So long-winded, is Tis the Law going to be my pick? No, he is not. Because I can't, an 18-horse field or whatever it ends up being, I can't pick a horse that ends up being 2 to 5. And he may win by 6 or 7, but Tis the Law certainly is the horse to beat because I think he is tactical. But look, you just never know coming out of that gate and getting into that first turn. And I'm thinking that they're going to go pretty quick here to start. And hopefully that will set it up for somebody sitting in the middle or at the back of the pack.
And who might that be? I mean, we have a price chance from off the pace, you think?
You know what, Jeff? I'm looking at the 3-horse enforceable for Mark Casse and Adam Beschizza. I think this horse has a chance to get the right trip. Now, if you look at this horse's last 4 races, the most recent was in the Bluegrass. He got beat 8.5 lengths to Art Collector. He broke out of post position 12 out of 13, not advantageous at Keeneland. Here you see his a recent work back there on August the 29th. I think this horse can get the distance. I really do. I mean, he ran a mile and 3/16 in Louisiana Derby. He only got beat 5, but again, he had another bad post position. So I think moving to the inside will be advantageous. And look, the faster they go, the better chance that enforceable, I think, has a chance at hitting the board. Look, do I think he can win the race? Probably not. But he might end up being my pick when I look at the board and go, do I want Tis the Law at 2 to 5? Do I want Honor AP at 3 to 1? I don't think Authentic can get the mile and a quarter. I'd be interested to see what you think on Authentic. But I think Enforceable has been training well from my eyes. I think this is a horse that's going to be every bit of 30 to 1. And so I think Enforceable is going to get a little bit of my money, Jeff, on Saturday.
Okay, well, I think Authentic will cut out a good pace. I think he'll be sent from the outside. He's the controlling speed. I don't think he can go a mile and a quarter, but he might be able to hang on for a piece of it. But I really do think Tis the Law is special. I think he's an extraordinary 3-year-old colt, and I think somehow, some way, he's going to continue on. He is going for the Triple Crown. He's already won the Belmont Stakes, did that in June, followed that win up with a victory in the Travers, so he can maybe become the first horse, the only horse since Whirlaway who did it, to win both the Travers and the entire Triple Crown. So it's possible, and I think he's a very, very good colt. You're right. There's no money to be made at 2 to 5. You're going to have to maybe find a long shot underneath or perhaps a cold deck the exacta. So that's basically the strategy that we're looking at. What about the Oaks? Got a quick thought on the Oaks on Friday? A great, great race.
Yeah, I mean, just like the Derby, right? Like if Art Collector, again, we know what ifs are, but Art Collector was in there. That was going to be my big exacta play for the weekend. But since Art Collector is out, I got to kind of maybe look to go somewhere else. And I think this is strictly all about the 1 and the 5 horse, and I'm not sure what the exact is going to pay either way. I think Gamine will end up winning the race. That will be my pick, Jeff, on top of Swiss Skydiver. So look, I think if that exacta comes back 5-1, maybe I can turn a $20 exacta straight exacta and maybe $7. So what's wrong with turning 20 into 70? So I think it's all about those two fillies.
I think so too. Well, stay safe in the bubble at Edmonton. Enjoy the playoffs, and be sure to be watching on Saturday. Eddie, thanks for joining us here.
Okay,
and great. And I tell you what, if you want to watch and wager, you can do that on expressbet.com on Saturday. And don't forget another thing. I mean, the wagering guide, the ExpressBet wagering guide is available. It's free. It's been updated with all kinds of changes and late scratches. Be sure to check that out. Again, it's free. That is the firstbet.com ExpressBet wagering guide. Thanks for joining us. Best of luck on Saturday on Derby Day.